From California to Capitol Hill, Dr. Arciniega has proven a compelling advocate for the higher education needs of the nation's youngest and largest ethnic population. His remarkable achievements have opened countless new doors for college and career success for Hispanic students everywhere. Antonio R. Flores, President and CEO of the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities. Dr. Arciniega is an extraordinary leader for diversity, equity, and excellence who continues to inspire all of us in the Hispanic higher education community. As one of the longest-serving presidents in the California State University system, Arciniega has served as president of California State University at Bakersfield since 1983. During his 20-year tenure, CSUB has become a true comprehensive regional university with new academic and professional programs that respond to the needs of this community. Moreover, he refocused the mission of CSUB to make access to a quality university education a reality for low-income first-generation college students from throughout this ethnically diverse region. For example, during his 20 years at CSUB, the Latino population has tripled. Arciniega, who in June announced plans to retire on July 1, 2004, is the winner of numerous state and national awards. He is a widely published expert on higher education administration, bilingual education, and multicultural education. He has served as a technical consultant to the Ministries of Education of Honduras, Bolivia, Panama, and Guatemala. Arciniega was named by Change magazine as one of the top 100 academic leaders in higher education in America. Cesar Chavez had a profound impact on the lives of farm workers, Latinos, and Americans in general. Chavez's dream was to develop a labor union that was organized and run by farm workers themselves. Farm workers as a whole had little or no formal education, no financial resources, and basically no important allies.
My memories working as a child in the fields would be summarized in long hours, hot fields, having to work in hot fields, feeling that was it, that's what it was going to be. It was going to be always working in the fields. We live in horrible conditions, we get paid lousy wages, our kids don't have any kind of hope of going to college or being something different if they want to be something different.
Basically, we were seen as being ignorant, as being lazy, as being stupid, as being dirty. And that's why we were farm workers. And that's why we were poor.
After overcoming many obstacles and through sheer determination, Chavez, along with Dolores Huerta, founded the United Farm Workers of America. During the ensuing decades, the union has weathered hard times and prevailed in good times. But his impact cannot merely be measured in the number of contracts won or the number of farm workers covered by the new contracts. Something more profound happened. People stopped being afraid and started getting control of their lives. The movement changed many lives, and it provided a spark for change that would not have taken place if it wasn't for Chavez.
Cesar also made it a movement, a civil rights movement, and he made this clear that it was a civil rights movement. It was not just another union. You see, it was just not another labor strike. He was a national civil rights leader. And he was talking about the same things as Martin Luther King, nonviolence. He was talking about human rights that went beyond just the economic aspect that unions operate. Getting more wages, better labor conditions. How about the children? How about the racism in the school? You see, how about the local cops? And these are the things that the farm workers were
Chavez fought not just for the labor rights of farm workers, but also for basic human and civil rights, and his sense of dignity, self-worth, and justice are true American values. Only 3 men in the 20th century, Gandhi, King, and Chavez, fought for the principle of nonviolence as a means to achieve social justice. All Americans are fortunate to have had Cesar Chavez strive to make us more humanistic and to achieve social and economic justice for all his fellow Americans. Ventura Cuen was one of the very first pioneers that settled in this area before it was named Bakersfield. Ventura and his wife, Jesus Moreno, and the rest of his family contributed to the initial settlement of this area, and they were some of the first settlers and vaqueros. As vaqueros or cowboys, they established the initial economic base of this community. Ventura Cuen and Jesus Moreno were born in Sonora, Mexico, Ventura in 1831. He first came to the settlement, known then as Rio Bravo, in 1849 as a vaquero with some Sonoran miners. Later he returned to Sonora and brought his wife Jesus Moreno in 1851. They traveled through the original Camino Viejo road, through the San Emilio Canyon, and into the pueblo of Rio Bravo, which was later called Panama. Ventura and Jesus had 6 children: Rafael, Perfecto, Petra, Francisco, Pedro, and Viviana. After Jesus died, Cuen married Teresa Dominguez, and they had a child named Alfred. Education was important to Ventura Cuen. He had a traveling padre stop as often as possible to teach the children of this settlement, which became the first known schooling in the area. Ventura is recognized as being one of the very first promoters and supporters of education when he donated land to start a school in what was to become the Panama School District, now known as the Panama Buena Vista District. Ventura died in 1918 and is buried at the Union Cemetery in Bakersfield. Today there are descendants of the families of Ventura Cuen in Bakersfield and other parts of California. Dr. Raymond Gonzalez is a remarkable educator and statesman whose influence has reached far beyond Bakersfield and Kern County. Truly a pioneer in higher education in Kern County among Hispanics, Dr. Gonzalez led the way for many Latinos in teaching and government. His background is replete with firsts as Latinos began to successfully integrate into the professional circles of Kern County society. Dr. Gonzalez was on the faculty at Bakersfield College and California State University, Bakersfield.